Thank you. A stroke can be caused by a blood clot or by a weakened artery wall due to high blood pressure or genetics. Either way, the result is bleeding in the brain, pressure on the brain, and a life-threatening situation. Chloe Hauser has more on a remarkable stroke survivor in tonight's PDX TV reports.
Here in Oregon and Southwest Washington, we live in a stroke belt. That means we have a higher rate of stroke on average than the rest of the country. A stroke can happen to anyone at any time. Even an expecting mother who's 32 years old and 8.5 months pregnant.
That night, I woke up just in the middle of the night, and I often kept a glass of water on my bedside, and I reached for that glass of water, and as I went to take a drink, I guess my lips did not seal around that cup, and the first thing that happened was the water just dribbled down this side of my face, and I could tell it felt numb.
You know, I heard her wake me up, but she was saying my name really weird. It's kind of like she was talking out of the side of her mouth, but she woke me up and she said, "Donovan, call 911, I've had a stroke."
A trip to the ER confirmed a stroke. Holly spent the next month in the hospital being closely monitored and waiting for her daughter Chloe to be born. Then Chloe headed home with Donovan, and Holly headed for a rehab facility.
I was scared to death when I drove Chloe home. I do know that, you know, taking her home without Holly, but we knew where Holly needed to be, you know, therapy, and get herself as recovered as much as possible.
All the little clothes and things I had packed for the go home from the hospital and all that just didn't happen. I didn't get to see that out as planned. The plans had changed.
Holly's plans have been forever changed, and you might think her case is rare, but stroke doesn't just happen to the elderly. That's why Dr. Dragayan says it's so important to know the warning signs. Difficulty speaking or moving, numbness, or a severe headache. Any of these symptoms means you need to get help fast, because time lost is brain lost.
The more time that goes by that the brain doesn't have blood or there's pressure on the brain, and the more brain cells you lose, the more impairment you're going to have, the more disabled you'll be.
Holly has seen the effects of a stroke firsthand, but after almost 2 years and daily rehab appointments, Holly's therapist calls her progress amazing.
Holly has been dedicated and working hard, and as a new mom, she has had to go through a lot also, but she has been just a model to our other patients of when you have to do everything plus be a new mom, and she has put in so much work, and she has come so far from where we started, so that's been fantastic.
I have gotten myself to a point where I can go shopping on my own. I can take my daughter out, and we have play activities together and go to the park, and you know, we do things a little differently. It's not maybe the way that you or most people in normal functional abilities do things, but we still get them done. My husband once told me in the hospital, he said, "We will still have fun." And that has, you know, that's a very precious comment to me.
Here we go. That was fun.
Fun.
The reason Holly's been able to recover and still have fun is that she got treatment fast. That's why it's so important to know how to recognize a stroke and get help right away. The Heart and Stroke Walk is on May 21st in Portland and Vancouver. And whether you're walking for someone you love or to change your own lifestyle, it's a great way to raise awareness and promote healthy habits that can help you avoid a stroke. If you don't have a team, Holly's inviting you to join hers. We've got a link and more information on kptv.com. For PDX TV reports, I'm Chloe Hauser, the 8 o'clock news.
Well, could bottle feeding be linked to obesity? Tonight